Objection!
Director Cosmos, I believe you are telling this great court a glorious lie. A great man like me? Tell a lie? Have you ever heard of such a thing in all of history? Yep. Probably most of them, if not all of them. Probably most of them. My accusation is based on the position of the people who were in the lounge. According to your testimony, you and Detective Arm were near the control room door, and the mystery figure was standing in the middle of the boarding lounge. If, as you say, the figure fired a gun at you from this position, then the bullet would have been traveled in this direction. However, we found the 10 caliber bullet here. Oh. The trajectory and where the bullet was actually found contradict each other. Director Cosmos? Where were you really when you were being shot at? Ah! Losing control of the scooter. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the human merry-go-round.
Objection!
Don't tell me you've forgotten already. Didn't the witness himself just tell you the bullet hits his metal? Of this, there is no mistake.
Objection!
But in that case, the bullet would have been found near the east side of the room. Are you trying to say that you can explain this inconsistency? Of course. I didn't think so. What? Oh, great Director Cosmos. Yes? Is there something you'd like me to expound upon? Expound? You were, in fact, not in the control room to the east, were you? You were looking into the lounge from the door to the south. Is that not right? Gah! Why does he want to hide that fact, though? I mean, this is what I think that we're gonna end up finding later, but the question is why is he hiding that fact? What are you getting at? Use your own brain. Your head must have some use other than housing that bird's nest. Wow. Bird's nest? But you have more hair than him. Bird's nest? Why does everyone pick on my hair? Director Cosmos and the detective witnessed the scene from the southern door. The killer fired at them there, and that is why the bullet was found in the south. But this is showcasing them being outside of the room. How the hell did that bullet go over there and then transition there? Ah, that makes some sense, actually. Also, the witness being at the southern door is rather favorable for the prosecution. Why is that? Oh, because of the where the shot was landed, the first shot, the warning shot. Huh? I've got a bad feeling about this. How about it, director? If you don't tell the truth this time... Oh, he broke the chains. Yikes! His handcuffs. You will become but rust upon my sword. I relish the chance to cut down a great man. Rust? Alright, I'll tell the truth. Just put your sword away! You are correct. I The great Yuri Cosmos was looking into the room from the southern door. What? That's the complete opposite of all the testimony he's given so far. And now you have lost your possibility that the third person was in the room. I have? How? The director and the detective were near the southern door. Meaning the killer couldn't have escaped through there. Okay. The western door required print recognition. The western door required print recognition. The corridor beyond was filled with smoke. The only escape route left was the eastern control room door. And the only way to get through there was with Director Cosmos' fingerprints. I want to check one thing in particular. Power, backup power lets the function even when the power goes out. Yeah. So I thought that since the power was out, that means that there's a possibility that the door might actually just be open normally without the ability to use, without needing the use of the fingerprint recognition. But I guess not. And the only way to get through there was with Director Cosmos' fingerprints. Ack! In short, there would be no escape for any third person had there been one. Ah! My third person just disappeared. Like in one of Truce's magic tricks. Yeah, it's the third person is in her pants. Order! Order in the court! Director Cosmos, why did you tell such an outrageous lie? Yeah, that is actually interesting. Oh, why did he say that? You were covering for the defendant, isn't that right? Yes, it was all for the love of my men. If I said I was in the Eastern Control Room, it would mean the culprit could have escaped through the southern door. So I guess by uncovering the truth, we kind of hosed our defendant. But is that true, though? It would have meant that there could have been a third person. All I wanted to do was protect Starbuck. I said I was in the control room to invent an escape route for the third person. What a convoluted lie. Was he really covering for the defendant? Does he sound like he's actually gonna do that? Or I think all of his lies, the only reason why someone like Cosmos would lie is because it's definitely gonna hurt his image. Maybe I should think of that. It looks like we've come to a conclusion. Uh-oh. That the defense's argument, the possibility of a third person, has crumbled. Son of a... No! Huh. It's over. Yikes! The judge is about to hand down his verdict. A verdict in a single day? Think, Phoenix, think! This is the perfect time. Well, actually, this is not a single day. This is the second day. This is the perfect time to try and turn my thinking around. If a third person had no way of escaping the scene, then what if one of the people at the scene was the third person? It's really gonna be hard to pin it on Cosmos, though. Hell, maybe it was Candace. Wait, what if the whole premise is all wrong? Director Cosmo said that he and Detective Arm rushed to the scene together. But what if that premise isn't true? What if one of them reached the scene before the other one? And if that person entered the lounge, then they would be the third person. So, are you telling me that Arm was the one that shot at Cosmo? That's a possibility, but she would have to use a different gun, not her original gun. Her original gun was like a what, a 30 something, 35? A 38. A 38 caliber. So how am I going how am I going to present that, I wonder? The defendant is the only one who would have killed the victim and shot at the director. There doesn't appear to be any room for argument against these claims. I will now render my verdict. Objection! Please wait, Your Honor. There's still one possibility. Oh? This had better be good, Mr. Wright. There is one and only one person who could have escaped from the scene. And that person would be the first person who arrived on the scene. Then upon entering the boarding lounge, the second person to arrive came via the southern door. We're not even gonna assume that it's gonna be Yuri that came second, huh? I mean, Arm herself is suspicious as well. Can be suspicious as well. That's why the first person fled from the room, using an escape route that was accessible only to them. Very well. Let's hear more about this theory. Well, what? I thought that he would definitely give me trouble for mentioning something like that. Would have to convince them. Who is this one person who could have escaped from the boarding lounge? Someone with a gun. Someone with a gun. But then again, how can I get back? I can get back. There's one person who could escape the scene. No. So we're just gonna we're still assuming that yeah, I'm gonna pin it on Cosmo, cause if we're gonna assume that person that escaped from the boarding lounge escaped through the control room, so it's gotta be Cosmos himself, which he still is suspicious, but I gotta be honest, like, Candace can be suspicious as well in this case. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna pin it on Cosmo. Cosmos? Is his name Cosmos or Cosmo? I think it's Cosmos, not Cosmo. Yeah, Cosmo is Cosmo Kramer. And this guy is no Kramer. Jerry! What was how did it go? How did it go? A place where you can make your own pie. Yeah, I'm not gonna go through that. What? But that's... Mr. Wright, what are you claiming here? Of all the people who were at the scene, only the witness could have escaped. The director is the only one with the authority to open the controlled room door, after all. But that means... Exactly. The true identity of the third person is our current witness. Director Yuri Cosmos. Guy. What? What? I gotta be honest with you, viewers. It's really hard. It's really hard to tell. We're gonna have to need a motive, right? What's Yuri's motive for killing? I would definitely. I gotta be honest with you, viewers. I'm willing to suspect Aura more than Yuri, because she definitely has a grudge here. So she seems like she would definitely do something. So, huh? That's interesting. Order! Order in the court! I say, Mr. Wright, you will explain yourself in more detail. I assert that Dictator Cosmo... Dictator. He looks like a dictator. I said that Director Cosmos arrived at the scene before Detective Arm and entered the boarding lounge alone. Detective Arm arrived after that and saw a suspicious figure who was actual Director Cosmos standing in the lounge. I would definitely would assume that she would see a silhouette of his outfit, though. The hat and all of that. I don't know. Detective Arm arrived after that and saw a suspicious figure who was actually Director Cosmos standing in the lounge. And that's why she fired those 2 warning shots. Gah! I've been hit! I've been hit on the starboard side! Captain Wright. It's direct on the enemy ship, sir. A magnificent shot. Warning shots fired from the enemy ship. Prepare to intercept. Cosmos! You have told a lie in this court once again. I've been hit! I've been hit on the port side. The enemy has called in reinforcements. So is that... It's true. I think it's true that he arrived on the scene first. I gotta be honest with you, viewers. I still don't believe that he was the one that did it. Earth to Cosmos Control Center, requesting permission to ask that he return to reality. But my ship will not go down to anything less than an ultimate weapon of evidence. I guess. Yeah, true. But I do have evidence. In fact, you could say that your battleship bears its scars. Bears its scar. Does he mean the, whatchamacallit? The medallion? If Director Cosmos is the third person Aura Blackwell saw, this third person fired at Detective Arm and Director Cosmos with their gun. And in return, the detective fired her warning shots. Isn't that how it really went down, Director Cosmos? It looks like you've deduced my miraculous tale of survival. Yes, you're absolutely correct. The mystery person fired upon us. Director Cosmos must have been the one who fired the 10 caliber gun. When Detective Arm discovered him in the lounge, it only makes sense that he would have turned and shot at her. Therefore, the evidence on that director's body is of a different kind of relevance than before. Actually, that doesn't make sense. Because then again, you're saying that he shot at Arm, and so he was supposed to be here. Arm is coming here, and he shot at her. Where's the bullet mark? Where did the bullet go? Where was the bullet mark? It definitely ricocheted on something. Are we gonna say that it actually ricocheted? Ricocheted on someone? Ricocheted on the tank? Is that it? That's a possibility, actually. And the tank exploded? Combusted? It should leave a mark, though, right? That would make sense, actually. That would make sense. That would make sense. Once we compare it against another piece of evidence, the mark that you received from the third party will be all the proof we need to prove that you were the one there in the lounge. Ugh. Brace for further impact. Comparison against this piece of evidence will prove that you were the one in the lounge. Was it, it's definitely not aura. I don't think it's gonna come into play. I don't think it's gonna come into play. Will prove that he was the one in the lounge? The fact that the store only functions? The door still functions? I don't think so. I don't know which one I should present, by the way, viewers. I gotta be honest. Comparison against this piece of evidence will prove that you were the one in the lounge. I cannot think of anything other than the control room door lock. I gotta be honest with you, viewers. The bullet near the victim's oxygen tank. It was fired. Huh? I can only think that this is gonna be the one that's gonna. Take that! Work here, viewers. But no, that's not it. And what would you like to say about that piece of evidence, Mr. Wright? Huh? Oh. I would like to say that this is not it. Mr. Wright, please only present evidence that you think is it. Rick, I guess that really wasn't it. But I am sure that the third person was Director Cosmos. So what links... What do we have? Something that links his presence to this. It's not gonna... Found near the victim's oxygen tank that was fired. From a caliber? That means... Is that it? Is that it? It actually hit? I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it. Are you telling me that we're actually gonna compare the size of the bullet of the shape that actually got marked on his medal? Is that it? I guess that's it. I guess I didn't understand it that way. I thought they already said that. Like I don't even need to present it because the game definitely said that. They said that yeah, the evidence is on your medal. And they pretty much said that the mark is gonna prove that it's you. So I didn't think that it's gonna. I actually needed to present it. Seemed a little bit redundant to me, but I guess that's my bad. The 38 caliber bullet found on the floor at the scene didn't hit the oxygen tank. It hit Director Cosmos's medal. If we have that ricochet mark on the medal analyzed, I'm sure the caliber will match up. And if that mark proves to be from 38 caliber bullet, that means she actually wanted to kill him. It will prove that you are the third person we've been looking for. Gag! The bridge is destroyed. We're losing altitude. All hands, abandon ship. If that's true, then what about the bullet that hit the oxygen tank? It was the 10 caliber bullet. In other words, it was the bullet fired by Yuri Cosmos. Isn't that right, Director? It doesn't make sense, though. It doesn't make sense. Why would he shoot at the tank of the oxygen tank? No, you've got it all wrong. What? The engines have started again? It's a miracle. I'm not going down yet. Yeah, I don't think that's the case. Witness, stop this at once and confess the truth. If you don't want the history books to say that a great man was a great liar, then accept your fate and tell the truth. Are you giving me orders? Me, the great director of the Cosmos Space Center? Gag! The cosmos revolves around me! Oh, he's going around? Even with that? Ah, someone get me off this thing! And it went out of control. Order! Order in the court! And will someone please stop the witness from spinning? Phew! Thank goodness we were able to stop him from spinning off the face of the earth. While he was twirling, I took the liberty of running an analysis on the mark on the metal. It was made by a 38 caliber bullet, matching it with the size of Detective Arm's firearm. I don't think I can say this word. I don't have the pass. Are you ready to confess the truth, witness? No, you've got it all wrong. This is just a misunderstanding. Is he going to start piling on more lies? I mean, you can detect if he is lying or not. It looks like it. No, but no matter how many lies he tells, I'll just expose them one by one. I'll make that big liar tell the truth. To be continued! Okay, that was a really interesting and abrupt transmission, like really in the middle of the a court day, and yeah, that was weird. I gotta be honest with you, viewers, that was weird. Why did the game say that? Why did the game do that? We could have continued until the end of the trial, but no. We had a transmission in the middle of the trial to be continued. It's likely actually gonna prepare for another day, but that was weird, right? Director Cosmos, a new possibility has been presented by the defense. They are claiming that you were the third person. Forgive me. I'm so sorry. So the great pioneer of space development is revealed to be just another fabulous cur. Or fabulist? I only have one question for the likes of you. Shall I send you off quickly or very quickly? It's still spinning again. The evidence doesn't lie, Director Cosmos. Don't try to talk your way out of this. Fine. I'll tell the truth. It's all just you. It's all just as you say, Mr. Wright. It's true that I was there in the boarding lounge. I got there before Detective Arm, and when she arrived, she fired warning shots at me. Was it a warning shot? Is this like some sort of a Nintendo censorship or something? I was afraid people would mistake me for the killer, so I escaped to the control room. I then went past the elevators and all the way around to boarding lounge 1 again. Okay. I came up behind Detective Arm and pretended to be the second on the scene. What a troublesome old man you are, with such convoluted deeds and thoughts. I see. So then, are you still insisting that you did not kill the victim? Of course I am. When I arrived at the lounge alone, I saw the true killer. The great Yuri Cosmo, the great Yuri Cosmos was a history-making witness. Now hold on just 1 minute. Hold on just one moment. We just proved a few minutes ago that the third person that Mr. Starbuck and Miss Aura Blackwell saw was you. Now it wasn't me. I saw the person as well. If I were the killer, why would I lie to cover for Starbuck? I would just leave him to take the fall. Yeah, I don't think that's it is him, viewers. I would definitely suspect Aura more. I would definitely suspect her. That is an excellent point. All I wanted to do was protect Starbuck. I said I was in the control room to invent an escape route for a third person. Well, it makes some sense if he told those lies to cover for Mr. Starbuck. Still, a lie is a lie, Athena, yeah. So Director Cosmos claims he is not the culprit. But where's the proof? Ah, I just remembered. I have an alibi. Miss Blackwell said that she saw the killer at 10 a.m., correct? Yes, and? Well, I was on the 4th floor helping with the evacuation effort. After all of that, ask any member of the staff you'd like. They'll corroborate me. The director's not fibbing to the court, for once. Fibbing. I confirmed that he has an alibi for the time specified. So, you're claiming that Miss Blackwell saw the killer commit the crime first at 10 a.m.? And that you arrived at the lounge after that? Yeah, we still don't have a time frame for when the murder happened. Surprisingly. Yes, and I believe the third person I saw is the same person that Miss Blackwell saw. Although it was pitch black, so it's more of a shadowy figure and less of a person. And I couldn't actually see their face, but it was definitely the silhouette of an earthling. As long as he has an alibi. We can't very well claim Director Cosmos was the killer. No, we can't. Then again, maybe we don't need to yet. I wonder if he was really covering for Mr. Starbuck. I mean... even you established that he was telling all of these lies to cover for Starbucks, and it all makes sense. Maybe you're saying that he's not covering for Starbuck specifically, but he is covering for someone? Your Honor, the defense moves to have the director testify about the person he saw. Very well. Director Cosmos, your testimony, please. Alright. We are gonna get a testimony, about what he really saw. So I guess we're gonna return back to that joke again, huh? What I really witnessed. Bang! As I tried to enter the lounge, the true killer inside fired a gun at me. What? So it was, arm? It was arm that did that? So it was arm that did that. She shot once, and then when he actually gonna say that he actually shot twice, when he said that she actually shot twice, that means she actually shot. I'm gonna have to listen to all of this. As I tried to enter the lounge, the true killer inside fired a gun at me. I hid to avoid getting shot. But when I tried to get another look, it had vanished into thin air, so it didn't hit you. I was near the elevator side door, and well, the launch pad 1 door. And the control room door should have been shut tight to the killer. So we were shot at by the killer as well? And then they disappeared? Yes. Though luckily, no harm came to my glorious body. Unfortunately, the bullet hit Terran's oxygen tank. I know because I heard a pang. That must have been the sound of the tank being ruptured. Wait, but I thought the bullet hit his metal. That was when Detective Arm shot at him. That was Detective Arm's bullet, remember? So that came after. Right. What a mess this is turning into. So let's see. I think that's good for the game that actually that you know, like putting this up front. Like, yeah, just remember that he actually got hit, but he got hit by Arm's bullet after the fact, and the first bullet did not hit him. Otherwise, well, he wouldn't hide that fact, at least at this point. Director Cosmos is claiming that when he found Mr. Terran and his killer, the culprit shot a 10 caliber bullet at him. It was a 10 caliber bullet? How did it hit Terran then? Right, but it actually hit Mr. Terran's oxygen tank and ruptured it. And then the killer disappeared, and the director went into the boarding lounge. I like how the sound effect is actually heavier for the 38 caliber. When Detective Arm caught up and fired those warning shots at him, judging by his metal, it looks like one of them almost took him out too. Good summary, but that doesn't explain where our mystery killer went. Actually, that's kind of proof. That kind of prove that the third person might. The third person is no third person. It's actually Starbuck. We're gonna have to make sure that did he actually witness Starbuck passed out at the moment or not. We're gonna have to confirm that. If we can't confirm that, then yeah, then we're pretty much pointing that it's actually. That it's actually Starbuck that did all of that. Good summary, but that doesn't explain where our mystery killer went. Director Cosmos, I was wondering if you could elaborate on when the figure disappeared. I'm ashamed to admit I tried to hide myself when I was shot at, but when I peeped back into the lounge, the real killer was gone. I rushed into the lounge straight away to investigate. Trash chute? Trash chute? Is it gonna be a possible escape? But what I found was Terran with a knife in his chest, and Starbuck out cold on the floor. Yeah, that kind of pins it. We're pretty much pinning the deed on Starbuck again with this. So we have a culprit who vanished from a scene that had no escape route. Vanish without a trace. It's truly like one of the great mysteries of the cosmos.
Silence.
Huh. A riddle of the ages, indeed. But I'd rather know how a fibbing leech such as you can be lauded as great. Whoa. Is it just gonna take that? A great man is always misunderstood in his own time. Like H.P. Lovecraft, I guess. Is that what they think of people? But a lot of interesting things said about H.P. Lovecraft. I think people claim that he was kind of a racist. But it's what they call casual racism or innocent racism. I don't think people accept the term innocent racism. I think they accept it as casual racism, which people being being racist, and people at the time accepting, even the victim of the racial act accept that because they think it's actually part of the norm, like how there's back in the 50s, even in South Africa, for example, like black people do not go to the same bathrooms are white people, and they have their own. They're always at the back of the bus. They don't even drink from the same water fountains and what that. And people around that time actually accept that. Well, not they haven't been very accepting in South Africa, but I think in the USA, during the 50s and even before that, they've been kind of accepting that, black people always should remain at the back of a bus. They have their own schools and whatnot, and weird, but that's casual racism, but yeah. How did we get into racism? Well, because I was talking about H.P. Lovecraft and him being racist and him being a great man that people didn't know how great he was during his time. Yeah, because H.P. Lovecraft's work didn't really get its attention and appreciation until much later. Past his death. He died early. I think he passed away in his 40s or something, which is still too young for a person to pass away. But I think he was sick. I think he died of cancer, some sort of a cancer or something. I'm not really sure. But he must remain true to himself, even if those around him don't understand. Wow, that might be the first true statement he's said all day. But how do you suppose this person managed to vanish so suddenly? Simple. Because it was Spaceboy himself. Yep, as I said, it definitely pins him as the one that did it. When he was spotted by the director and Aura, he quickly feigned unconsciousness. That would certainly take all the mystery out of the idea of a vanishing culprit. I want to raise an objection, but I don't have any counter-evidence. Director Cosmos, when you saw this person, did you also see Mr. Starbuck on the floor? He's gonna say no. No, because it was as dark as a black hole in there. I didn't see Starbuck until the other person vanished and I entered the room. That wasn't exactly helpful. Yep. Huh. I'm prepared to accept your surrender, Wright Dono. I can't find any holes in this testimony, but I can't give up. Mr. Wright, why didn't you let me help? You think that he is going to hide something? We're going to use your ability now when he is actually gonna try and be as sincere as possible? I don't think it's gonna help. I really don't think it's gonna help. But yeah, sure, whatever. Huh? While the director was giving his testimony, I detected the cacophony of discord. Is that true? Which means he is hiding his true feelings from us, huh? This just might help us find out what happened to our vanished killer. That would be great, Athena. Let's see what you can do with him. You got it, boss. I wouldn't want to miss this chance to delve into a great mind. I don't know if you're gonna call him a great mind. Whatever. Yuri Cosmos, prepared to hand over the secrets of your heart to me. Ooh.